Hey YouTube, it's been a minute. So here's the thing. Life has been busy. I haven't had time to make videos, and I know I was just getting started making videos, and it's a shame, but it is what it is. Planning on doing more next year, but they take time to make, and I want to not just put out a bunch of crap. So all that said, today's video is kind of just a simple gear review. It's not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. It's just I purchased this lens when it first came out earlier in the year, and I really loved it. And I recently picked up this lens, and they're both made by the same company. If you read the title, you know it's Thypoch. And I am thoroughly impressed with the quality of these lenses. They're both M-mount lenses. I know they make some of their lenses in other mounts, but I will specifically be talking about the M-mount ones because it's what I use. These are extremely well made. They're heavy, they're durable. The outside is all metal, the inside has glass in it. I don't know what that glass is. All I know is the images they make look really cool to me. If you want to read the tech specs, it's on their website. You can go check it out. But my experience with these lenses has been nothing short of fantastic. They all come with metal caps for the lens itself and the lens hood. And they all come with a lens hood. They're bayonet style lens hoods. The 21 has this cool squashed look to it. The 70 has a circular lens hood. Just fantastic. I would like to say that the rendering across the board is pretty similar. The transition from your in-focus area to the bokeh is very smooth. It's not obnoxious. Everything kind of, I don't want to say it's like a fully modern lens in how it renders. It's really sharp where it's sharp, but it's also very organic looking. I really don't know how to describe it other than that. I just think they're really fantastic lenses, and optically they're really, really well made. The 21, like I said, is the one that really got me interested. A big reason is it's got a 1.4 aperture, which I like a shallow depth of field. But the other thing is most M-mount lenses will only close focus to 0.7 meters, which is like not quite 3 feet. It's more like not quite 2.5 feet. I don't know. Math is hard. But this one, the 21, will go down to 0.23 meters as far as its close focus goes, which is insane for an M-mount lens. I hate to call something 21 millimeters macro, but it's very wide angle macro, in my opinion. The other cool thing about these lenses is the aperture, and maybe you've seen this in other videos, but as you close down the aperture, there's this venting on the hood, and they were clever and they made it so as you close it down, those vents fill in with red, and you can see what your depth of field will be. Obviously, this is much more useful on a lens. Well, I guess it's really useful on both, but it's more noticeable on the 21 than the 75. The 75 is interesting because your depth of field is going to be shallower pretty much across the board. I don't know if you can see this. I'll maybe do a close focus B-roll or whatever. But it's not, you don't have as much depth of field on a 75 as you do on a 21. The other thing that's really cool is for those of you that are hybrid shooters or do a lot of video, I don't remember the parent company's name. These guys have been making lenses for a long time, but they've mostly been making cinema lenses from what I understand. And so coming from that background, they made it so that you could click off the clicks on the aperture. You can turn them off. So there's a little button here, you just slide it over, and then your aperture is clickless, which is fantastic for video, smooth and quiet. So yeah, the other thing is, they look very similar across the board. They're all made very similar, but like I said, the optics in this one actually are internally working optics, whereas the optics in this one, the barrel extends as you focus closer. The 75 millimeter, I haven't had as long, but it's absolutely fantastic. I'm still kind of getting used to it. I've used it on 2 shoots now so far, and that's it. But it close focuses to 0.6 meters, which is still a bit closer than, you know, your normal M-mount lens. They are heavy, so if you're shooting on a Leica, I actually recently added a grip to mine by IDS Initial Design Studio. Really cool grip. It actually, one of my favorite things about it is that I can get to the battery without taking the bottom plate off, and it also has like an Arca Swiss type thing. If I want to mount it to a tripod, I can just plop it on there. I don't have to bring an extra mount or anything like that. But it just gives you a little more to hold on to, because these lenses are pretty hefty. But like I said, this video isn't sponsored by them. I just really love the product, and that's kind of how I plan on doing gear reviews here, is if I would use it, I'll talk about it. Otherwise, I'm not going to talk about it, but I will share some photos, and hope you all have been well.